truth moment. After I didn't post my video last week, my sister Ashley sent me a loving message that checked me. Okay. It was like, you didn't keep your word to yourself. You didn't do what you said you was gonna do. I was looking for the video and you didn't post it. So yeah, so and this is what led me to create this video this week. Five tips to help you stop playing yourself and getting out of your own way. Step 1, create a weekly schedule and stick to it. You deserve it and you're worth it. How I stick to my schedule, I write everything down. I can't put everything in the cell phone, making notes and all that, because I can just, ignore it if an alarm goes off. So I have a planner. I have the Happy Planner that I use, and I write almost everything down. I don't know if you can see that really good, but yeah, I'll write everything down. I also found this weekly schedule from another YouTuber that it's a free download that you can download, where you can schedule your day, and if you can see it there, you can do it hour by hour, day by day. And I'm definitely going to use this to implement a schedule and sticking to it. Why is a schedule so important? A schedule helps you create discipline as well, and it helps you create a habit of being true to yourself, putting your priorities first, and doing what you say you're gonna do. Okay. And if you like me and you like to do to-do lists, you can look at your schedule like, okay, what do I have to do today? And then highlight it or cross it out or put a check by it. And it makes you feel accomplished. It's all about creating small wins and building better habits so you can become the person that you desire to be. Creating a weekly schedule. It's tip 1. Okay, for these tips, I wrote some stuff down. So if you see me looking at my notepad, it's because I don't want to forget anything that I wrote down. These tips are very vital to you creating the identity of the person that you want to be. So tip number 2 is find you an accountability partner. Okay, somebody who's gonna be honest with you, someone who loves you and knows you, and someone who is not afraid to tell you the truth. We all need someone in our corner that's gonna, tell you the truth, even if it hurts your feelings, even if you might get upset, but they're only gonna tell you the truth because they love you. And who better to be somebody to keep you accountable than someone that loves you? So step 2, get you an accountability partner. Step number 3 is be open to feedback. Now, I know me personally, sometimes when you hear the truth about yourself, you may start to get a little defensive and get your feelings hurt, but sometimes we need those, not sometimes, we need those truths. We need somebody who's gonna hold our foot, they say, hold your foot to the fire, and to help you be accountable. So when you hear when someone's keeping you accountable and you hear the feedback and someone's telling you the truth about the things that you're doing or that you're not doing, and you're not keeping your word to yourself, or you're not being a person of your word. When you do hear these things, try not to come from a place, or try not to react or respond out of fear or your past trauma. Because a lot of times that's what we do. When we hear things about ourselves that we don't like, and it takes you back to a place where it might have been something that happened in your childhood, or, early on, where when you start to have those feelings, you automatically respond in defensiveness. Okay. And that's not helpful. So you want to listen, take it in, and think about what they're telling you, because obviously they're telling you that because they're keeping you accountable, for one. They care about you and they want the best for you, right? Right. So, and you trust this person, right? Okay. So when you're getting this feedback, be open to it. Take it in, think about it. Sometimes, me personally, it takes a minute for me to take it in, then I gotta ponder it, think about it, and you're like, oh, okay. Yeah. I needed to be told about myself. Make sure that you are being open to the feedback, because it's very helpful, okay? And it's gonna help you grow. right? It's all about growth. And we trying to be better. And we trying to get our own way, right? All right. So tip number 3, be open to feedback. Okay, tip number 3 is going to come from a book that I'm reading. It's called Atomic Habits, Tiny Changes, Remarkable Results by James Clear. And especially chapter 2. Chapter 2, I keep going back to, I keep being reminded about it because it's just something that I think God is telling me this is what I need to be doing, okay? And obviously, because I keep going back to it, that's what I'm going to do. But it talks about outcome-based and identity-based habits. Outcome-based habits is more so of, if I work out 5 days a week, I'm going to lose weight. So that's going to be an outcome from a habit of working out or a habit of eating right, okay? Identity-based habits is changing the identity of who you currently are to who you currently desire. I mean, not who you currently, it's changing who you, it's a thought process of thinking about the person that you want to become. What type of habits would a successful person want to become? If you want to be a woman who is health conscious and wants to put her health first, you're going to do those things. You know, you have to think about the type of things that a health conscious person would be. I'm going to read some things from the book because obviously I can't remember everything. It's a simple 2-step process. He goes on to say, number 1, decide the type of person you want to be. And number 2, prove it to yourself with small wins. He also says, first, decide who you want to be and what do you want to stand for? What are your principles and values? Who do you wish to become? And these are questions you ask yourself. You start to think about the identity of that person. If you want to be a person who's successful in her business, what habits will you create, or what habits would you do? He also says you have the power to change your beliefs about yourself. Your identity is not set in stone. You have a choice in every moment. And you do. Remember, you are the author to your book. And so your next chapter can be totally different than your current one. But it's up to you to decide how that chapter looks. Ultimately, your habits matter because they help you become the type of person you wish to be. They are the channel through which you develop your deepest beliefs about yourself. Quite literally, you become your habits. So if you want to be a person who is successful in anything, look at if you know somebody who's successful in that area, look at that person's habits and start to do those things, implement those things, put those things in your schedule, the new schedule that we're going to create, right? Another thing I wanted to read, the most effective way to change your habits is to focus on not what you want to achieve, but who you wish to become. Okay? Who you wish to become. So if you want to be more loving, you want to be a more open person, you want to be a better listener, you want to be a better employee at work, you want to be a better person a better all-around person, okay? Just identify. See habits that successful people do in the area you want to be successful and start developing those habits, okay? Tip number 4, deciding the type of person that you want to be and creating those habits that's going to support that. Tip number 4. And our final tip is tip number 5. It's going to be loving yourself. Truly loving yourself for who you are right now. And as you are becoming the woman or the person that you desire to be. Keeping your word to yourself, doing the things that you say you were going to do, creating that schedule, finding that accountability partner, being open to feedback, and creating a new identity of the person that you desire to be. Okay? So all of that is all about self-respect, self-love, and building your self-worth. You are worth it. At the end of the day, you are completely worth it. You are worth being and getting and living your dream life. If it is something that you want to do, you want to be a better person, you want to be a better you, and it's time to get to work. It's time to get to work on all these steps. I can keep saying steps, all these tips. Okay? Alrighty, so let's get to work. Let's keep our word to ourselves and let's get to creating the person that we wish to become. And I wish everybody much success. Like always, if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, leave the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on those post notifications, and share the page with somebody that you think needs it or would be encouraged or helped with this video. And I wish you much success. And until next time, be you, be well, be fit.